Hello everybody, welcome back to the Daily Journal series. Now, this is yesterday's sleep session. I just did an early morning recording because I was in a hurry. I woke up later than I expected and I needed to be somewhere, so I just did this quick review of the session before moving on with it. And yeah, got a full night of sleep. This was yesterday morning's Sunday into Monday sleep session. Looking at it, so I do have another sleep session to review today, so you do get a live reaction to, as is typical with most videos. This was kind of an exception. Ended at 159 million drowsy power. That's always good to see, especially at Old Gold Power Plant. Don't see too. I'm looking for new stuff. Now we got a new Fake Cocoa style, which I don't think I logged that yet, actually. Oh yeah, and then Shiny Wooper. Yeah, probably the bigger thing to notice. The Shiny Wooper's cool. It's one of my favorite shinies, honestly. Right up there with the Umbreon. I love that they make it look like the Axolotl from reality. It looks more like an animal that's in the real world, and it's so cool. So I was pretty happy to see a Shiny Wooper. It's more just a question of is it going to be good or not. Got the new Fake Cocoa style. I'm at the point where I have all 4 Fake Cocoa styles and all 4 Crocolore styles. So we're just looking at the Skeledirge now for the 2 and 3 star to finish up that line, which would be kind of cool. I don't know how many lines I actually have completed so far. I have the entire Rattata line. And there's that Shiny Wooper, shining in all his glory. And a Hungry Haunter. I was debating whether or not to catch the Haunter, but guess why not? It's 12 pips. Single premium biscuit catches that instantly. Ingredient specialists aren't harmed that much by being caught as a mid-evo. However, I was never intending to actually invest in this Haunter, even if it is good, because I've got a really, really good Gengar. But it's a biscuit for a bunch of candy, especially being a mid-evolution. That's like 7 candy, and I need candy for my XP gains down Gengar. It hurts to level him up. He's level like 56 right now, or something like that. And then, obviously, just throwing the single biscuit to get the most value out of it on the shiny. Shinies are instant catches in this game. And yeah, so that was all I caught yesterday morning. I'm assuming you probably want to see the stats on the shiny, and on the Haunter, so I'll let it keep running. Get that 3-star Shiny Wooper. Could make him into a Quagsire, but I almost like the Wooper shiny more than the Quagsire shiny. Don't get me wrong, shiny Quagsire is cool too, but okay, Naughty Nature. Naughty is speed up, skill down. And that is something that we like to see on Ingredient Specialist. But the sub skills sucked, so he became Candy. Not in the recording of this video, but Shiny Wooper, Lax Nature, doesn't really matter all that much. It's got the ABA list, which I do kind of like that list, but he's got not. If it was flipped, if he had flipped sub skills, then maybe. But with that Ingredient Finding M coming in at level 75, it's not worth the investment when I have better Woopers to possibly invest in. And then I swapped to Greengrass. Got the 15 biscuits given out throughout the course of the week. Pretty much the rest of that video is just me going to... No, not to Greengrass. To another week of Old Gold Power Plant. We rolled, I think, desserts this week? I don't know. We can find out right now, actually. But I'm still working on stockpiling ingredients, building up for the Eevee event. Trying to collect corn and milk, primarily. A little bit of ginger as well. Hence why I'm running who I'm running. big milestone that actually got surpassed off camera. My Zumichu, so I've got my 2 primary Raichus, then my Gigachu and my Zumichu. I got my second Pokemon to level 60. And I would have never expected my first 2 Pokemon to hit level 60 to both be the same species, but it worked out that way. You wouldn't ever expect that because your split candy investment, but I just run them so often. This speaks to the power of Sleep XP, because I run both of these guys a lot. So that's how they got up there in level. But this guy, he's got Helping Bonus, Help Speed M. Sure, he doesn't really have much after level 25, but with that Speed of Help Up nature, I find that he's very, very helpful. And having the double Ginger list, I've found, even though he's a berry specialist, with this much speed, with as much speed as he has, he actually produces a sizable amount of Ginger, which I'm kind of lacking Ginger overall from my my ingredient specialist. The only real Ginger Pokemon that I have, I mean, I've got my Tyranitar, but I've invested in the ABC Tyranitar because, I mean, I couldn't not invest in this. Ingredient list aside, I could not invest in this. Sure, he's a sausage and soybean specialist, but these sub-skills just make up for that in a long shot, and he's good at berries too, with Berry Finding S, so I just couldn't not invest in that guy. And I still have no shame in it. But then, the only other Pokemon that I have for Ginger is my Kangaskhan. And Kangaskhan is a pain to invest into, because nobody's sending candies for it. It's a rare Pokemon. Unless I use handy candies, the highest level I can get it, I can't even get it to level 30 to unlock its second tier of Ginger. And even if I do invest in it, it's got soybeans at 60. So it's like... And it doesn't have anything for ingredient finding. So my team overall kind of hurts in terms of Ginger. I'm able to make up for that with this Raichu here, who has just a ton of speed. Because speed helps ingredients and berries. A lot of people... I think everybody knows that, but nobody really considers it when thinking in terms of ingredient production. Because if I pull up the calculator here and take a peek at this Raichu's ingredient production at level 60, with 1,000 hours slept to get that little bit more ingredient bag, that's 41 Ginger a day. That's pretty sizable. That is not an insignificant amount. That's enough to make, that's like 12 per meal, 13 per meal. Which, 13 per meal is really sizable when you think about what meals we have that take Ginger. Now, Ginger can use a little bit more than other ingredients, but you can always supplement, like, even though my Tyranitar is primarily not a Ginger specialist because he's only got Ginger at base, if I happen to get him to 60, with that much ingredient finding, he's still producing 18 more Ginger a day. This 18.83 plus the 41.97, that's enough to hit 60, which is enough for 20 per day. Which, I'm trying to pull up an infographic here, but I'm struggling to come across it. One of my favorite infographics that the community has made is this meal one. As you can see here, the top meal in the game, for desserts, only takes 20 Ginger a day. That means if I run 1 Raichu, 2 Raichu, and they produce apples as well. The Quaquaval, the Vikavolt. Sure, I'm a little bit behind on Ginger, but I can still make it twice a day. But those are the only meals that take the 20 Ginger. Almost everything else here you can see 12 Ginger, 11 Ginger, 11 Ginger, 12 Ginger. There's like nothing out here that takes more than 13 Ginger aside from these 2 meals. So like... It's all I need for most meals, so I don't have any shame running the Raichu over the over that Tyranitar for the sake of getting that Ginger. So I was pretty proud to finally get him to level 60 because I think it's going to be a huge boon to just have that 41 Ginger a day production on the Raichu, because that's pretty awesome. So, that's one big change that's happened in between episodes, is that guy hitting level 60. It's awesome because he's great at berries and at ingredients. So, don't underestimate health bonus. There have been a lot of... One time I actually had a discussion with somebody in a Discord server when I was contemplating what Pokemon to run for Old Gold Power Plant. Or I was talking about my teams. I showed off my Banette. For those of you that don't know, my Banette is a pretty good Banette. And I think there's a huge common misconception that Berry Finding S plus some speed is more powerful than Helping Bonus. In a lot of situations, I think a lot of people value Berry Finding S above the Help Bonus, when I honestly think that they're almost on par, if not, Help Bonus is slightly better. Man, where is my Banette? We're going to simplify this down a little bit. A lot of people think that the Berry Finding S is more valuable. And I disagree. In a lot of situations. Because look at this. If I go to the calculator, if I get rid of all meal bonuses to make the ingredients different, see, no meal bonus is set. We just make it Old Gold Power Plant. Sure, berries are huge. This guy's producing less berries than what the Banette does. It's pretty much guaranteed. Now, as of right now, it looks like the Raichu is better, but we're talking level 60 versus level 34 difference. We want to put them on the equal footing, make them both level 60. Look at this. They are pretty comparable in output. And they both have double ginger, interestingly. The Raichu is producing way more ginger, though, in terms of just ginger output alone. Sure, the Banette's got more berry value, but I find this to be more flexible. The Banette and the Raichu, pretty close value in output, and I don't have any shame investing in the Raichu, because especially if I go to a different island, the Raichu comes out on top all the time. And Help Bonus stacks with other instances of Help Bonus, so I don't have a problem investing into the Raichu. And I find that when I actually compile teams with these Pokemon, this is just giving a rough estimate of their impact on the team because it's evaluating them on an individual basis. When I actually put them on teams with Pokemon, the Pokemon that they're up against are so powerful that this Help Bonus actually ends up helping more than the Banette individually contributing when it doesn't have the Help Bonus. So I think oftentimes a lot of people value that Help Bonus more than it should be. And a lot of people think, oh, this is a good Banette. It is a good Banette. Don't get me wrong. But it's not better than the Raichu, and I think the Raichu is actually the better play in most situations. And this is assuming we get the Banette to level 60. Granted, if I make the playing field even and give it 2 skill seeds like I have the Raichu, then it does bring the difference a little bit more, about 3k per day. But is it really... Opportunity cost, you gotta consider. And then it's really only better at just Old Gold Power Plant. And that's... Like I said, better also depends on the team. And depends on the ingredients you're using in the week. If I'm using those apples, then the Raichu is going to be stronger. And I just like the Raichu. And I'm glad that I got it to level 60. So, this Banette's good too. I'm still investing in the Banette occasionally. But I rarely run it because of my Raichu squad. Anyway, oh, getting more milk. We're slowly working our way up to the amount of milk that I really want to have. If I go into my documentation, we're looking to get 80 ginger stockpiled, 261 corn, and 189 milk is the target goal. As of right now, we're rocking 137 milk, 7 ginger. I just swapped out my other Raichu this morning with the ginger Raichu, so that's why that's so low currently. We should have it in roughly 2 days, as long as I'm not spending any of the ginger on meals. And then corn, stockpiling as well. So, building all that stuff up slowly over time, running the Beware, running the Evolutions, running the Raichu. Just hoping to get it all. Want to see a pitiful lunch, everybody? Because this will be a pretty pitiful lunch. We're making fancy apple curry. I've had way too many of these meals lately. So much so to the point that my fancy apple meals have gotten higher than what they should on any player's account. It's level 26 on the fancy apple curry, but I think, if I'm right, my fancy apple salad is like level 34 or something just absurd for those really low tier meals because you have to level them with strength. And if it's a weaker meal, that means you're just making it a lot, or you're putting a lot of filler into it in order to level it. So that's one very interesting side effect of things that I've been doing on this account. Anyway, I still have a sleep session to review for you guys. This was last night's sleep data. My sleep's been really, really weird. I've been getting really light sleep comparative to normal. Not like... I could show you my my Samsung data from my watch, but it's... My sleep's been weird. And I've kind of been struggling, like... Physically, I've been feeling tired because of how light my sleep's been. I've actually been snoring for the first time in a long time. Usually I only snore when I have allergy issues or I'm sick. So I'm worried that I might be getting a little sick and that's what's getting in the way of my sleep, but... It's coming out as balanced. I started using the Go++ at kind of a weird time. Only 4 spawns. Oh, that hurts. Makes sense, because I'm not running a team that's built for Old Gold Power Plant at Old Gold Power Plant, the hardest island in the game. So it makes sense that I'm not seeing very much, but it still does not feel good. Got a Wooper, got a Pikachu, and a Pikachu, and a Magnemite. Probably gonna be catching a Pikachu this morning. Actually, yeah, we'll catch a Pikachu this morning. Just one, though. I don't need 2, and I don't want to spend more than just the daily biscuit, plus any additional biscuits to finalize 1 bar. We're at, oh gosh. I'm not going to invest in the Magnemite, so I'm only going to do that one if it's hungry, or I have nothing else to throw the daily biscuit at. Okay, we got 1 Poke Biscuit that we got from the daily gift. I was kind of hoping it would crit. Save me some biscuits. Oh well. That guy's all full, but we still got the secondary one to guarantee a catch. I like to have something to review. And fortunately with the Pikachus, I can always turn them into candies for my Raichus. Which... I know I just got my secondary one to level 60, but I do have a third one that I'm also trying to level, who is... That one's my long-term goals. I've talked about him in the past. He's going to be level 75 target. He's got Berry Finance at level 75, so he sucks right now, but one day he'll be great. And that's way down the road, but when I get him there, Old Gold Power Plant is mine. I mean, it already is basically mine. I'm gonna send out the Pikachu candy. I feel like it's more meta than the Wooper. Wooper's cool and all, but there's multiple Pokemon that can fill the mushroom role. Whether that be Gengar, whether that be Wooper. And now even Vikavolt. Most players aren't going for Vikavolt with mushrooms. Oh, naughty. I do like that on Pikachu, because that is a speed up main skill chance down nature, so it doesn't really matter all that much that it's skill chance down. Helping bonus is locked behind 50. If that was sooner, then it might be worth investment. This is actually almost the one that I was just showing off, except for it's got ginger apple for the ingredients. But if it had just helping speed M somewhere in there, it'd be worth considering. But it doesn't have that, and my standards for Raichu is just... The bar is a mile high. You must be this tall to ride. So, unfortunately that guy's gonna get transferred away into candy. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as always. And I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See you now.